Go ahead, Bernadette. All right. So welcome everybody to our April all-staff meeting. Buckle up. This is going to be a fun one. We don't have a lot of stuff that's going to require any follow-up or anything like that. Just a lot of great news to share with everyone. So let me share. Here we go. April 24th, 2024. Here's our agenda for today. We're going to do, as always, a spotlight and mission moment, and we're going to hear about YouthWorks. As always, get to celebrate the fives. Got a special one today. Updates from our culture committee, some continued financial IQ for all of us, and then just some org updates with Q&A. And then we got a relationship building at the end. So without further ado, I get to introduce Daniel Springston. For those that don't know Daniel, he's got tons of experience with this company. Started out in our social enterprise area, moved into a store manager position, was at multiple stores, and then took over YouthWorks. Daniel, I think it's been just about 2 years, right?
Yeah, moving up on 2 years in YouthWorks now.
All right, so Daniel Springston, take us away. YouthWorks.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for giving me your ear so I can inform you about YouthWorks. Hopefully, some of you know who I am by now. If not, at some point, I will meet you because I go all over the place. YouthWorks is an 8-week program that we offer. It's a paid on-the-job training designed to give young people the experience they need to succeed. So this is something I'm going to kind of go over how the program works during the first week, and these are actual live photos. The youth are taught, we teach them about working in our thrift stores, growth mindset, customer service skills, interview practices. During their 6 weeks in between, we have them actually working in our thrift stores. So they work 12 hours a week under the guidance of our amazing managers to gain experience in customer service, organization, merchandising, cash handling, problem solving, and so much more. The heart of store managers to put the effort into helping these youth learn new skills is just outstanding, guys. They pick up so many good job skills during this time with them that can be used throughout their entire life, building those core fundamental job skills. During the same time, we check in with the youth, see how they're doing. And we do this statewide. Anywhere we have a thrift store, we can do this program and help these youth learn these skills. We go all the way up north. You can see some pictures there. We got Coeur d'Alene. We got some Post Falls. We've got some Mountain Home. And Rupert heading east soon. I'll be seeing you next week. Then in week 8, they come back to us. We go over applications, resumes, financial literacy, job searching strategies. We have a financial literacy teacher teaching the financial class there. You can see we're going over applications. Some more fun pictures of the groups. When they finish the program, they receive a certificate of completion. They get their alumni coin, which means they're part of the youth family forever. They're always part of our Idaho Youth Ranch. They get access to our scholarship programs. They get a discount card for life. They get their resumes. They get us a support, and we're always there. They're part of our family. During this entire time, any youth that needs extra help, the stores are always welcome to reach out, and we will come in and work with them one-on-one if we need to try to make sure these youth succeed in the program. So we also do some school workshops and outreach events. We'll go to stores and do outreach and informative to educate customers and stores, try to recruit, let people know this program exists. During that time, we also talk about our other programs to spread that information to the community. We go to high schools such as Bora and do workshops with the youth there, or Frank Church. Those types of workshops we keep expanding and trying to find more to do, along with lots of other partners that come in and talk to the youth. Such as the Whiteheads or ICCU, Macy's, and a few more that we're working on that come in and talk to them about job opportunities and working in these different fields. So anytime they want to apply, we do several groups a year. They can go online, fill out an application inquiry on our website. They can call us directly on the phone. There's a link to it right there. Now, we talked about all the things we teach them, all these job skills that are very beneficial for their career and their life and building those core skills, and that's great. But I'd like to talk a little bit about something else that they learn in this process. Things like providing structure for them if they don't have that at home, a support system of peers or coworkers that they may not even understood could exist, okay? Acceptance and understanding, adults to look up to, a sense of belonging, okay? These youth works truly is the program's alive, guys. And the support we receive for making this happen is just amazing. The changes we make in their lives with something so simple. Now, sometimes it can be challenging, I get that. But in the end, that's why we're here. We're here to help these youth, okay? And I'd like to kind of wrap this up with maybe a little mission moment, something that recently happened, okay? I got a smile from Scott.
Well, I'm just loving hearing the emotion in your voice and your passion for this program, Daniel, and I know everybody is. So we're so lucky to have you leading this. So go ahead and tell us your mission moment.
All right, so just the other day, I was talking to a youth, and she was going on and telling me her story, and I was going through, you know, the motions and the questions and learning about her. And let me tell you, this youth, her ACE score just was stacking. You know, she's been through a lot, from having family members incarcerated, drug issues in the foster system, didn't feel like she had support even from her caseworkers. I mean, it was just stacking, okay? So my heart's growing and I really want to help this kid. And she mentioned that there were some items she needed and she wasn't sure how she was going to get them, okay? And these were simple things like toiletry items and things like that. And she mentioned that they'd recently been stolen from her from another youth in one of the programs she was in. And here at Emerald, we have this little room that we stock a lot of these little items for them. And so he said, you know what, why don't you come with me? And I took her to this room. And I said, hey, is there anything in here you need? And she started looking around. She goes, yeah. And she grabbed like a toothbrush. And she kind of looked at me. And I was like, you can have it. And she said, really? Like, yeah, is anything else you need? Hey, anything you want, you know, feel free to look around, get what you need. And so she started grabbing a few other things, some toiletries, miscellaneous toothpaste, things like that. And you could see she was a little confused that no one had ever done anything like this for her. And that's what she actually said. She said, nobody's done this for me before. And it clicked in my head that she didn't have a frame of reference for something so simple. A parent taking their kid to a candy store and saying, hey, fill up this bag. She didn't have that. And so I told her, you know what, you take that backpack right there and you just fill that up with everything you want out of this room. She started crying and filled this bag up. And let me tell you, I was standing there in that corner watching a core memory be made that's going to affect this youth their entire life. The thing I want to point out here is that wasn't me standing in the corner. That was us standing in her corner. And that's what we're here to do. So I want to thank you for hearing me out today. And if anyone has any questions or comments, feel free to ask before I tear up a little.
and after the rest of us tear up. Thank you, Daniel. That was awesome. Want to remind everybody that you can put Q&A stuff in the chat, and Bernadette monitors that, and we'll pull that stuff up. So thank you, Daniel. That was awesome. Thanks for getting us rolling. We could just end the meeting now. We have a few other things we're going to talk about. So everybody loves the fives. We celebrate those members of our team that have been with us 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 years. When Bernadette and I first looked at the list for this month, we didn't have any fives. And then we said, wait a minute, we've got a pretty big 5. Anybody remember what happened? Who joined us 5 years ago this week? Well, here you go. I gotta get back to the sharing, right? 5 years ago this week, Promise was born on our Hands of Promise campus. So happy 5th birthday to Promise, an amazing member of the team. Amanda and the equine team shared recently some data on the number of equine staff members we have. We have more than 30 equine staff members that are part of our work with kids. And it's great to have Promise be sort of a representative of all of them. She is a spunky horse out there at the Residential Center for Healing and Resilience and the Hands of Promise outpatient program. So happy birthday, Promise. Thanks for 5 years of service to our mission. Okay, jump into our culture work. Personal well-being, employee training and development, and connections and engagement. You're going to hear a bunch of updates right here, and a lot of them are just plain fun. So take a look here. We know not all superheroes wear capes, but if you work, shop, volunteer, or donate at Idaho Youth Ranch, you help our youth and families find resilience, hope, and healing. And that's what being a superhero is about. National Superhero Day was created to remind people all over the world that superheroes can come in any shape, size, or color, and being one is about your heart more than having actual superpowers. So for all of our staff that are working in the stores or at Hayes or the residential center, or support the work we do on the weekends, this weekend is for you. We encourage you to dress up as a superhero on that day. There was a communication sent out, so please check some of the guidelines about dress code safety, but have fun with this. And even if you're not working, dress as a superhero and send in a picture, and we'll share it. This, by the way, is Leah Toland, dressed as a bulldozer who takes out the bullies. Thanks, Leah, for the example. Have fun with Superhero Day. Next, message went out yesterday to everybody. So if you didn't read it, read it. It's a lot of details on National Take a Chance Day. Our culture committee is using this to motivate all of us around our value of growth. Take a Chance Day and actually Take a Chance Month encourages us to break out of our comfort zones. Most of us have things we haven't accomplished or goals we want to try. What if this was the day and the month that you took a chance? It's just a first step, and it doesn't have to be anything that anybody else would even know about, but if you come up with it, it could be changing a bad habit, doing something that stretches you, etc. So the challenge was kicked off yesterday. Here's examples of things you could do. Have a conversation with a stranger, start a blog, try a new hobby. The possibilities are endless. Just choose one that means something to you. And why should you participate? Well, one, it helps growth. Gets you out of your comfort zone, builds confidence, cool learning opportunity, and there are cool prizes. So again, see the email that was sent out yesterday and participate in taking a chance. Okay, and a reminder, quarterly award nominations. The posters have been up and the emails have been sent out, but just a reminder that anyone can nominate someone for a quarterly award for our staff, and all staff can be nominated. And it's all about the IYR values and people getting recognized for living out our values. So you simply complete the form, and you can see that on the intranet page or your manager, and just send it to HR. All right, this is very important. Our new employee survey. It's not for new employees, it's a new survey. We want to hear from everybody. So we're going to be having a survey window of April 26th to May 10th. That's going to let our team know what is it that you most value about our benefits, about our culture, and this place, so that we can celebrate what's going well and keep it, and also make improvements in the things our staff want to see improved. So it'll also help us update our programs for next year. Contact HR if you have any questions, but watch for that survey coming out, and please take a few minutes to complete it. Okay, financial IQ. Just a reminder to everybody that a basis of our approach to the Youth Ranch health, including our financial health, is what we call the 5 S's. And we focus on what's the service we provide, who are the staff and how do we support them and help them grow, what kind of savings do we have to protect us in the case of an emergency, not like anything like that ever happens. How are we taking care of our structures? And then the 5th S, what's the support that feeds all of this? You know, all of our work in social enterprise and philanthropy, etc. So financial IQ for the month is a reminder for folks. A few months ago, we talked about budget. That's a representation of how we plan to fulfill our mission, including the results for our financial position and cash flows. Just a reminder, we budget annually. Our net budget must be approved by our board of directors. That's a state law for a nonprofit. And then we forecast throughout the year, and we adjust our plans based on how we're doing. And then a reminder from last month with cash flow is to be a healthy organization, we've got to be covering our costs or better. And that's called positive cash flow. This month, the update is the draft of our budget is complete, working a lot on those 5 S's and coming up with our plan for next year. We now have committees reviewing the budget. Those are board members and other community members that have a lot of expertise, and they review our plan and give us guidance. And then the board of directors will review our budget at the May 9th board meeting. Okay, a few updates. Fire recovery, awesome pictures here, great things to celebrate all over the state. The picture on the left you see is the reopening of our outlet store at the Nagel complex. And then finally, as of last week, we've been able to start using the closets again to help all of our efficiency. What a beautiful sight. And thank you to everybody for your diligence and patience getting us to this day. Hey, if you didn't know, it is Administrative Professionals Day. On the screen, a list of all of the folks that work in these roles across the organization. I just want to say thank you to all of our administrative professionals. As you all know, these are often the first voice or the first face that people come in contact with when they reach out to the Youth Ranch. But they're also some of the most behind the scenes workers doing so much to make sure that we can complete our mission and have the support across the organization. So thank you to our admin professionals. There'll be a message going out today, and everybody take the time to thank them in your areas. And then really want to celebrate a great job. Some of you may know that our IT department has been testing us. There are hundreds of thousands of complaints every year from the American public, right? With people trying phishing to get into their financials or attack businesses. Each week, our email filters capture hundreds of spam emails and thousands of phishing attempts, literally thousands. So the best defense about that is us. It's how well trained we are and how sensitive we are to it. So during the end of March and early April, our information systems team actually launched a simulated phishing attack against us on 375 of us. And this is a great thing to celebrate. 31 of us reported it, 164 deleted the email, and only one person was compromised at all in this attack. So thank you all. Please continue to be vigilant. And if you need extra training on that, or you're asked to do extra training, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes. It's our cyber awareness security training. Huge thank you. Okay, one more congratulations. North Idaho Social Enterprise, the 31st annual Inlander Readers Poll recognized our North Idaho thrift stores as the best thrift in the whole region. So congratulations to you all. Continue the awesome, great work. And then finally, as you all know, we had our Unite for Hope in Boise, the beginning of our event season here. Thanks to the incredible team, to Stacy Moody and the whole, she's the one being carried in the middle there, by the way, to Stacy Moody and everybody else on the team that helped have a fabulous night, gather around 550 supporters, celebrate our mission, and yes, bring in a significant amount of funds to support all that we do. Sincere thanks to everyone for all of this. Okay. With that, any questions and answers?
There was a question about how folks are going to receive the employee survey in the chat, and Mel answered that by saying it's going to be in Dayforce.
Great. Thank you.
Otherwise, just props. Any other questions?
Okay, I have one more special thing for the stores that are watching this after the fact. This will be a spot where you can stop. Everybody else, we've got from our gala, before we do our relationship building, we still got plenty of time. It's 9:18. I want to share with you the 5-minute video that was shared at the gala.